I bet you never even listen to the songs closely. Like
As
the song
someone
Poison.
that is not a
it's
fan
all
of
about
music,
people
What's
who
disturbing
love
racist
music.
trends and those confusing everyone.
Welcome to another episode of the Couch Gambit podcast. This is a very special one.
Yeah, I didn't
Right?
realize we were starting.
Yep.
Here we are.
Okay,
Hey
here
guys.
we are.
About that?
It's been a
How
while.
about that?
Liam's freaking alt-right activist over there.
Hey, I want to formally apologize for the Furiosa review. What I did simply wasn't right. And I want everyone to know from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry. All right, let's get to the hate comments.
But yeah, so we're gonna read hate comments. Look, we got plenty of people who don't like us, and you know what? Honestly, that just means that we're doing something right.
We've been at this podcast for exactly like what, a year and 3 months.
Something like that.
And
yeah.
over that time, we have substantially increased in subscriber count. We went from 0 to 630 in like a little over a year, which is decent growth for a small channel. But
I'll take
along the way, despite the fact that we've got a lot of great comments saying that, hey, I like your setup, I like the fact that you're smoking cigars and talking about Star Wars, we have got a lot of hate comments on our content,
Pretty sure
specifically one
primarily
piece of
hate.
content in general, but it's spread out throughout all of it.
For some reason, people don't seem to like what we're doing here.
I know.
I just can't wrap my mind around it.
I mean, to be fair, one thing that one of us said was factually incorrect.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, it was supposed to be a quick in and out joke, but you know,
I stayed a little past my welcome. You know,
oh, man. Let's go ahead. Let's focus on the hate comments because honestly, that's why we're here, and I'm excited for it. So, Jacob, why don't you start us off? What are you reading?
There's no plan to this. I'm just starting to read off
We
hate
had no
comments, by the way. What plan? There's no plan
Like, are
to
we
this.
going back to the beginning, or are we just
So
doing
I'm
hate
I'm
comments
going from the
random
beginning
videos?
to most recent. So I'm
Okay.
starting from the
Oh.
comments where we
Wow.
started from all the way back then when we did our older videos, and we're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
from all the way to the most recent videos. So
To be fair, I did watch our older videos. They are deserving of some hate comments.
there's a lot
alright?
of
I don't
deserving
blame
hate
y'all.
comments.
Yeah.
There's a couple deserving ones.
I mean, well, okay, that remains.
maybe you guys deserve it.
Yeah, maybe you guys
There's
deserve
a couple
it.
like these virgins. Is like, well, it's true for two of us, but like,
For two of us, yes.
speaking of
Can
which,
you guess the two by just looking at the four of
yeah,
us?
can you guess the two?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, honestly, let's make this a poll.
Let's make it a poll.
Make it a poll.
Who's the
Who are the virgins?
Who are
in
the
group?
two
Who are the
virgins?
virgins in the
Get
group?
different sets of.
I'm
two.
pretty sure they're gonna
We've already given you the answer.
We
in a previous
have,
podcast. So
but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get one of us is obvious. One of us is obvious. I won't say who.
Minerva.
What?
No.
Woo! Woo! Starting off strong.
Come here, Charles. What?
damn, Charles.
Oh my god. Woo.
Welcome back from the edit.
No. This is staying in. Not on my watch.
I will come to your home and put it back in.
This is where I draw the line.
Oh, wait a minute.
We know that.
Come out right.
We know that
That did
Liam.
not come out right.
Mikey, stop.
Liam is the other one.
Hold on,
Liam is
Mikey.
the other one.
Quiet, silence. We are speaking for you.
I spoke for myself.
Okay.
All right.
I
We have-
have
it's-
spoken.
All right, yo, it's been 15 minutes and we haven't even started.
Hate
This is
comments.
great.
We
Let's
haven't
go.
started.
Hate comments,
Hate
hate comments,
comments.
hatred.
Has it been 15 minutes?
It's been 15 minutes. We
That's
haven't
the
done
bill of our
nothing.
channel, man. You're just here to waste time.
No, actually, we're not even reading hate comments today. We're just
We're just making this shit up as
We're
we
just
go.
gonna-
edging, we're just edging you this whole time. We want more hate comments. That's what this is. This
Yes.
is the whole point.
How many times can you write virgin down below?
No.
Okay, so the first hate comment that I came across of Speaking of virgin, it's like, have any of y'all ever been laid ever? And then right below it, it's just cringe AF, which is not the most original comment, but like again, it's true for two of us.
It just
Freaking
hits home. I don't know.
the answer is no for roll the dice.
Pure cope. by
Yeah,
the
we
way.
don't care.
This
but
is copium.
We're making this.
All right,
video.
let's move on to the next one. Hopefully, it's more creative or something that actually stings a bit.
There's a lot of these. We don't have to comment on every single one.
Well,
of them.
obviously not, but
We got an incel comment like OMG, laughy face. These MFs. I'm saying it because like these MFs are the definition of incels. Are we? What is it, incel again?
Involuntary celibate.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Oh, involuntary celibate.
Involuntary.
Yes.
Volunteer. That's only
Yeah.
true for one of us.
damn. I want to go home.
Yeah, incel. I mean, it was an all right insult whenever it first came out, and now it's just been used into oblivion.
We should have
Like,
made this a tier
Come on,
list.
come on,
kinda-
call us out.
This could have been a
insult.
tier list. Oh my god, you're right. Hey, let's switch. Let me make a tier list real quick.
Make a tier list real quick.
Come on, the cuck jokes are funny. The
Yeah.
incel is like mid.
I mean,
you know,
yeah,
it's
like I
kinda
don't know.
cringe.
I think it's one of those things where I mean, you hear it 1,000 times,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's not even one of the good ones where it'll always have a lasting impact. Like one such word that's always going to be impactful.
Oh yeah.
That's powerful.
Oh, yeah, I
Now
respect
that
that
if
one.
you called me a, I'd be like, oh, he's out for blood.
Welcome to being shadow banned on YouTube. Say the C word. We're good to go.
Anyways, yeah, incel though doesn't have that same impact, you know? Like there are so many other things you could have called us, but I'm sure it's because you were afraid that YouTube would like see the comment, I guess, and be like, "Oh, that's no." Actually, wait. Does YouTube care about comments at all?
They've started to.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I've actually gotten a couple of mine removed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty
really?
funny. Oh,
Which
yeah.
ones do you? Well, can you say them?
Nope.
Great. Cool. Okay.
Clearly not.
Clearly not.
No, sorry.
No, I don't know, man. I mean, it's kind of fun to do.
My brother's gotten a comment removed from our page once.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was apparently way too aggressive.
Oh man, that's too bad.
And again, I probably can't say it
they're
here, but
removing the wrong side.
So there's two comments that kind of follow back to back. One of them is just kind of like simple nonsense. Do better.
Oh, that's
mean-
from the first Would You Rather.
Yeah, they did it in all caps too.
Yeah.
See, I had meant to go through this and like click on the names to see if they've commented on like multiple videos because that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That actually would just like stay around. Is like I wonder what these guys are gonna do next. And
Yes.
just hate.
Oh yeah, that's some of my favorite stuff, man.
Nah,
the dedication, again, man, I respect it.
You gotta
100%.
respect
Have
it.
we had anyone that has consistently commented on multiple videos in hatred?
Yes, actually.
Yep.
Which
We know
one?
him.
We know him. We know him.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
We know him.
I know who you're talking about.
Maybe I should have asked you before this, but with your permission, I'm going to bring him up a couple times. So.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
No
Okay.
names.
Yeah, just no
No,
name.
I'm not going to say his name.
yeah.
But, yeah, you know.
Welcome back from the edit. Anyways.
So this was one of the ones where I actually missed short upon when me, Liam, and Nathan did a podcast together. It was a I don't know if I
Sound
can
of
say it.
Freedom?
The edophile. I'm not sure what you
Oh.
can say. Can you say the
You
word?
can't- No, you gotta censor
Well,
that.
we're gonna find
YouTube
out.
does not like the word and censor that out as well.
Okay,
Wait,
So
so
we're
we
gonna
cannot
say
say pedophile.
kid fiddler.
shut up.
We're gonna say kid fiddler.
Dag
Child
nabbit, y'all are
fondler.
making my job harder.
We'll call him. We're gonna call him.
Dead.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Dead.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Deleted.
just censor the first word and have files at the end. People will know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, files.
Maps.
what?
Maps.
Oh.
That's
What
that-
a shit term, by the way.
That is,
I hate that.
Yes. There were a lot of people that argue for the term, and you can't. It's hard to argue the term and not call yourself a.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean,
even just using it.
That's great.
that was
Yeah, man, we're,
Yeah.
we're really good at our
shot
jobs
myself in
here.
the foot there. All right. Anyway, the comment itself, it's a little longer than the other ones. This guy, to his fair, was very dedicated in trying to tell us off. And so, for context, I had mentioned, Liam had mentioned, like, is there any reason to, like, put someone in a box or to define someone?
Oh,
Charles said,
yeah.
yes, files. And then, oh no, I said files, and then you said specifically a
A
coffin.
coffin.
Oh yeah.
That was so good.
And so the response to one guy who apparently took that personally, he said, "We all know that files and child abusers are bad. Child abusers, is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
How is that fine?
child
The Catholic
abusers-
Church being
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with
yeah.
that.
We all know that files and child abusers are bad, the Catholic Church being among the biggest offenders, but enough with your white knight bullshit. What's disturbing in recent trends of Republicans calling everyone they disagree with groomers and pedos, it's an open call to violence against anyone they don't like. My response to that was, that wasn't political in any way, shape, or form. It's not political to say that files are bad and should be put straight in, like 10 feet under into a coffin. Like, I don't know. Don't think that's political.
No.
Yeah, it was the comment was oddly defensive, and you can
Yeah.
tell that it was some like left wing like gotcha thing when they're like the biggest offenders being the Catholic Church. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is also just not true.
It's just not true. More. There are more essay. There's more essay that happens in public schools than there is in the
Absolutely
Catholic
there
Church.
is.
So you can just shut up if you don't know what you're talking about there.
But on top of that, to think that that is like the most common insult or a common insult, like for conservatives using it against anybody that they don't like, that's just not. I've seen it used in very specific circumstances,
Yeah.
talking about
Very specific people.
sexualization
The
of children.
topic itself, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And introducing children to sexuality and topics like
Yeah.
that. It's applied very specifically, and then you go and defend it, and it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, they act as if like we use that term, like how the left likes to basically use the term Nazis for
Yeah.
any
Yes.
person that disagree with them.
I can assure you that if I'm calling someone a file, that I have a very
hate this.
I know you can blame YouTube for this.
Fuck
if I'm
you,
calling someone
YouTube.
an file, they've probably done some like very feelic things, you know.
This isn't us like overusing it to devalue the term or anything like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
isn't like calling someone racist over and over again.
yeah. No, exactly. This
Yeah.
is pretty sus, man. It's becoming really widespread. So the fact that you're seeing it so often is more indicative of how common this sort of activity is. It's everywhere, and that's just undeniable. It's everywhere. So, hey, man, comment away. But
I think
it's
it's
not
just-
good for you. That's
It's
for
just
sure.
weird that that's the hill that you want to die on, like defending the files. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know. Pretty like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
down there.
Low
yeah.
tier.
yeah.
F tier.
Oh, go on.
F tier. And we're gonna base this. I'm just gonna throw this out here, but I'm basing it off how offensive it is to me.
Okay.
Personally,
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes to this
I have zero defensive reaction to this. It's just weird.
Oh yes, yeah, true,
So
true.
F tier.
Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah,
Do
Be better.
yeah.
Leave a
Seriously.
hate comment on this video if you like.
Yeah, I'll link that. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
We're just gonna link all of our videos.
This is
down in the
shameless
description.
advertising.
It's a shameless ad.
every single video.
It's like, please watch us.
Please, we need to get paid for this. I don't want to work at my job anymore. Also, Liam is in debt. Look, he needs it more than any of us. Help this poor man. He was driving without car insurance for years.
A year.
A year.
A year.
A year.
And now he has cancer.
And now, which
That's a life lesson for you. Get car insurance or you get cancer.
next hate comment. Let's get to the next hate comment.
Next hate comment.
God.
This was one of your shorts. Tom commenting on the polyamory relationship.
Oh,
There was
polyamory.
one-
Yes.
Dude, this was so good. Oh my god.
It was so, dude. The entire reason I went on that rant was to try to get some comments.
There
out
was
of it.
one.
It was,
There's 23 comments that followed this
I
guy.
love that.
He was obsessed. He would not give it up. He
Did you
was
assume their
determined.
gender?
What's up?
Did you assume their gender? Anyways,
Honestly, if you're gonna go down that comment section, just go down it all.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to. I only this is only a screenshot, but I can like pull it up
Pull
on
up
here
just-
if we
you
want
might
to.
as, it's going to provide way more. This
Yeah,
guy
sure.
had so many bad takes that we're going to need the context.
Yeah,
for
sure.
it.
Oh man, that this alone will take 20 minutes.
I mean,
but
y'all-
let's
Who
go.
cares? It's
I
fine.
mean, y'all talk for a second because I gotta find it. Real
Okay, yeah. No, but
Unbelievable.
honestly, like reading through that whole thing, I was
Found it.
wow.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay, so the first
Never mind.
initial.
Fuck me.
Sorry. Hey, could you bring the coffee over here? The
need
first
coffee.
initial comment, like I don't know how much. If there's, just pour him. I already did a refill.
I need more.
Okay, so the first initial comment is this is completely
peasant.
untrue. By the way, just for context sake, Charles just roasted polyamory,
Oh, yeah,
which
that's great.
justifiably so. It's very cringe.
Yep.
So, yeah. So the first comment against Charles was, this is completely untrue. If you don't like the idea of being in a polyamorous relationship, just say that. Don't make up this
Okay.
random BS. Don't make up this. We did that. Don't make up this random BS to make it seem like it's less valid relationship structure than monogamy. It's not.
It is less valid.
It is less valid.
It is completely less valid.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
is no value in it.
I think I was like part of that comment chain as well.
Okay, so there was another. So there's a long chain of. There were other people in like that were coming like Charles's defense
Oh, yeah.
who saw this cringe behavior and said like, yeah, we're gonna team up on this guy. So there's just tons of comments just ragging on this guy, and so one of the comments, which this guy was responding to, the guy who was against Charles, was saying, "You're kidding me, right? Poly relationships are an excuse to avoid problems in relationships. Is complete BS. No source for that info. There's no source for that info. No examples of it in practice. No study to support it. It's completely made up." How?
Dude,
Like, like how?
Yeah, I like okay. Well, like what I don't understand. I never understood the defense of polyamory either. Like every defense I've heard, it just sounds like nonsense.
It
to
just
me.
sounds like a cope.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like one defense I heard was, to be in a polyamorous relationship requires more. I think one term they used was, or their verbiage was, is a more difficult test on your relationship than it is a monogamous relationship. I was like, how? How is that a greater test? He's like, well, with a polyamorous relationship, you have to not let jealousy. You can't let your jealousy affect your relationship with this person. I'm like, yeah, in a monogamous relationship, you can't let lust affect your fucking relationship. Like, it's so much easier to give into the temptation of another body than it is to, like stay truthful.
And a whole other situation with that, why would you put yourself in a situation where jealousy would even be a factor?
yeah. No, I
And
mean,
a very, 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 like, probable factor as well.
And plus, like in a polyamorous relationship, you're still going to have a favorite. Like of the ones, like
Oh, yeah.
every single relationship that I've seen, like a person do it, like a friend of mine, a person that I know, there's always like the favorite one.
That's just how people work. People
Yeah.
naturally are going to lean towards other people. For example, if I'm going to hang out with someone, most of the time it's probably going to be me and Jacob hanging out. And this is, do not twist this content. do not twist this content.
So that's how this is,
at
huh?
all. All right. But I think all these guys are great, but I'm probably going to hang out with Jacob more often than not. Same thing when it just comes to people in polyamorous relationships. They're probably going to find someone that they're a little bit more attracted to in the relationship, whether it be emotionally or
Yeah.
physically,
And-
and they're going to be around those people more often.
Absolutely, yeah. This, and again, using us as an example, like as Liam said, out of all of us, Liam would probably choose to hang out with Jacob, before Mikey or myself. Jacob would probably choose Liam. Mikey would probably choose Jacob, and that's totally fine.
Look, I don't need to bring up studies in order to refute whether or not polyamory has more validity or less validity than monogamy. We have thousands of years of human civilization that shows that the longest lasting societies and cultures function through monogamy. It's just, that's the simple fact of it. And we have examples of civilizations falling into practices of polyamory, and it goes to shit fast. It goes to shit really fast. Sorry, you think that you're that you're morally superior as well. It's brought up every single time, talking about how you've elevated above jealousy, and that you just have too much love to give to one person. It's like, yeah, that's great, Cope. But
Yeah.
if you're distracting yourself from the relationships that should be mattering to you, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm going to say something really quick, but I do actually want you to kind of go down this comment chain a bit more.
I'll go down a little more, yeah.
The whole factor of, I just have so much love to give to people. I'm like,
So cringe.
what the fuck does that even mean? Are you like putting love in a box and you're like, yeah, I have this much, and I can't contain that towards one person because this goes off over here,
Yeah.
and I gotta have this love that's going off over here towards someone else. Like that, it's a fucking dumb. It's a dumb fuck statement.
What's what's more likely, the fact that you don't have it, you have more love to give and it doesn't contain yourself to one person, is that more likely, or do you just want to sleep with more people?
100%.
Anyway, Liam's comment, wow, that's long. Okay.
Oh yes, I had a lot to say on this, man.
I took no part of this conversation.
Probably like this was long, dude. Polyamorous relationships are intrinsically selfish because it redirects the attention of doing good for your wife/girlfriend or your husband/boyfriend to fulfilling your own selfish desires. Period. Someone will always be more for the idea than the other person involved, which already opens the door to jealousy. This is self-evident, however. The fact that the few studies that we have on the subject shows that open marriages have a 91% failure rate only strengthens the point that polyamory does not work.
Man, why are we having the dyslexic kid?
Oh, yeah.
The comments?
I was trying
Yeah,
to find that study. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, that was a study. I think I did link it. I tried to, but YouTube doesn't really let you link
Yeah,
things.
they don't.
But yeah, no, the study did show that 91% of like polyamorous open marriages. This isn't strictly like set to like just individual polyamorous relationships that are like multiple people, but it is relevant because there is similarities between the two. Basically, like open marriages have a 91% failure rate because if you want to
Jesus.
open your marriage, there's already a problem within the marriage itself.
Generally.
Oh yeah, like I said, numerous examples of like the wife saying like, "Hey, maybe we should open up a relationship." Like, I want
Red
to like see
flag.
if we can sleep with
It's
other
like,
guys,
Crimson.
and then it ends up leaving their husband for the
Yeah.
guy they're opening the relationship
Yeah.
for.
It's like we should open a relationship. Oh, we should get a divorce.
There was a joke on Kill Tony recently where one of the guys came up and said like, yeah, when my wife wanted to open up a relationship, and so she said like she justified it by saying like, you can get more girls and I can get more guys. Like I haven't been getting any more girls, but there've been a lot of guys coming into the house recently. It's like, well. And he was playing enough for laughs, but it just felt kind of sad in the moment because, like, well, you know, that
Always
person was
sad.
just looking for an excuse to cheat at that point.
It's always sad to watch. You get the Will Smith moments and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, we got like an angry like cuck just walking up like don't talk about my wife. That's not your wife. That's somebody else's. Like that's everybody's wife at that point. I could go all the way down. I won't because I'm just gonna. The guy just keeps saying no, because the next comment responding to Liam was no, they aren't. You blatantly don't know what you're talking about, and unless you source a study where the statistics was complied, it's meaningless.
You just have to let your girlfriend fuck around, and then you can comment on this.
Yeah.
Liam,
Yeah.
you just don't know.
Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
I
you
had to
idiot.
experience. Yeah, I went down a whole thing. I eventually talked about how relationships are about sacrifice. That you need to sacrifice for one another. It's not relationships are intrinsically not about you anymore. They're about the person that you're with. And again, that, as I said in that comment, when you bring more people into it, you are fulfilling your own desires in that relationship, and therefore it's intrinsically selfish.
Completely
Yeah,
agree.
and honestly, and this is kind of a rule of life: is any good thing in life requires sacrifices, right? And in a polyamorous relationship, I mean, really, what sacrifices are being made, other than your morals?
Let's say.
Other than your morals, but that's an easy thing to sacrifice.
easy one.
That's easy.
Hey, Liam, read this one.
Oh my
What? I gotta
god!
read this
Oh,
one?
Jesus.
It's
Oh.
it's in all
Good
caps. It's
throw.
the Hasbin Hotel one.
Oh, okay.
Well, first,
Oh, is this the Hasbin Hotel one right
Yeah,
here?
that's
Oh
the
no,
Has-
no, let me read it.
No,
Come
I
on.
wouldn't. No, let me read
Fine, I get to read some.
Wait, actually, let Michael read it. This one's in all caps. I'll let you read the other one. Well, it's in all. He can probably do a voice or something.
No, no,
You'll do
Liam,
another
read
one.
it.
Don't worry about
Liam,
it.
read it.
I was the only one not in it, so I could be a hater.
Hey, there you go.
Do you want to do it?
It was actually Charles who was doing.
Yeah,
This
actually,
house.
yeah. This is live.
I bet you never even listened to the songs closely. Like, the song Poison is all about Angel Dust's relationship with his abusive boss. If you don't understand what the songs are about, you shouldn't say they're not really good. Sure, some songs are better than others, but each song has a meaning to it. Do your research before you start taking junk about the songs.
I will say this, Jacob, I want you to if you do pop this comment on the screen, I want you to censor the username for that one, because I think this is a child. Like I think this person was actually like a kid. So
Which
we actually tracked every one of you down. Found your addresses
No,
and
no,
your
no.
family.
Here's his address, by the way.
No, I clicked on the
1345
channel, it was like
Tanglewood
videos
Avenue.
from like a young girl. So
Oh.
I don't want to like
That's
have
Right,
any-
no.
That's fine.
Well, and I will say, if this was basically a child, which, I mean, reading this, it seems like a child
Yeah.
would write this. A child should not be watching
Yeah, no.
Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, children should not be watching this. I know it's a cartoon, but it's adult
And
animation.
it's adult animation.
It's adult animation.
It has sex.
Yeah,
sexual
so I bet you never even listened to the songs closely. If you'd watched the podcast, I mean, Brady and I went into great detail about like some of these songs and like how like the context of like of this, like the scenes, like, or how it relates to like the story. Like we go into great depth, right? I can't remember the whole all the conversations
There's
now.
So many
I know,
in
right?
this Video. We can make a whole video about this alone.
You
Oh,
can, you can
true.
start scrolling down on the actual.
But yeah,
Go to the actual video. There's a lot of.
But
it.
yeah, no, like with that comment, yeah, I honestly, it's just nonsense. Do better. I'm sorry. There's no weight to that comment though, because this just screams like, obviously, you're saying that we weren't paying attention to the. Or paying close attention to the songs themselves. It sounds like you didn't pay close attention to the discussion itself.
Yeah,
We may just do a pass around with all these hate comments.
Honestly, yeah, let's do that. I like that.
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
that's
idea.
fine. Yeah.
much like most cartoon shows, there's not that much depth to this. And if your criticism is that we just didn't understand it, no. Trust me, we understood it. It's not that deep. It's not hard to understand. And
Why are you even talking about this? You weren't on the episode.
I watched the show. I put in the blood, sweat, and tears
I know.
to watch that,
And then you left,
Yeah.
show.
left us at the last
and then
second.
I couldn't do it, man. I
Yeah.
was so upset.
That really does suck. The fact that you watched all those episodes and couldn't even make it on the podcast.
I
I'm like,
was-
why did I even watch that?
yeah,
Well,
not happy.
when
about
we
it.
watch Hell of a Boss, we'll make sure that we're all going to be on the episode.
Thankfully, we have to watch. We get to watch House of Dragon, which is an actual good show.
Yeah. True.
What are we doing with this?
Granted, we haven't seen Hell of a Boss yet, so we don't actually know
Fair
if it's good or
enough.
not.
I'm
but-
starting with this one. I kind of went up because there's a lot of just like there's a lot on here, and I'm just trying to find ones that
Yeah,
kinda
find the
stand
good
out.
ones.
Okay, this one is a list.
Oh God!
Oh my gosh.
One. Why do all you podcasters think anyone wants to listen to any of you for 2 fucking hours? That's like the amount of time I need to watch a full season. Watch the full season. 2, 3. Songs coming out of nowhere is how musicals work. That's fucking wrong.
yeah.
Any good musical, the song relates to the character's emotional state at that moment. It deliberately has to do with the plot of the film. So you can shut the fuck up about that one. Sorry,
And
that comment was just
Well, and normally there is proper build up.
yes. There is usually a build up to the song happening. Sorry, I actually really like musicals. I think a lot of people bash on them.
I can't.
I have a
stand
musical
musicals.
recommendation for you after
Oh,
this.
sweet.
I don't like musicals, but there are a lot of really good ones out
Yes,
there.
and I think anyone saying that musicals just have songs randomly, I think that's just complete.
Oh, no,
even,
there's such
even
thing
if
as
you
build
don't
up.
like musicals, that's a bad take.
Yeah.
4. I didn't watch the pilot, especially because I don't like it. But they establish who the characters are in the first episode of the show and move on. And then we had 2 replies. We replied to that saying, "Thank you for your engagement. Helps a lot." That was me. Okay, I jumped on that just because I was trying to be snarky, and then someone said 3 is just wrong, which is what I just said.
Yeah. By the way, the pilot is. actually better than the first episode. It's
I will say
significantly
the
better.
sound effects are fucking annoying.
No, yeah. So
Sure.
the pilot still had like I still don't like the pilot's use of sound effects, like the Johnny Test effect, right? Where literally every frame of animation movement has a
Sure.
sound effect that corresponds with it. I think I let that get to me too much in the beginning. The pilot is, in fact, a better introduction than really the first like 3 episodes of Hazbin Hotel, probably. The 4th episode, I think, was the Angel Dust episode. I don't remember now on the top of my head. But like,
Not even gonna try and guess that.
I believe like that one was probably the best episode, like hands down, no questions asked. I mean, there's still plenty of issues with it, but yeah, the point we were trying to make is you're saying that yes, the commenter said that the episode 1 introduces the characters and then just moves on, right? Yeah, you can't just do that. Like, yeah, you introduced us to a character, but if I have a frame of reference, the pilot that did it better, obviously I'm going to do a comparison. And you also just you admitted that you didn't see the pilot. So like, what? The point we were trying to make is that the pilot did a better job at it, right? And
Also,
if what's up?
continue.
And
Sorry,
if you haven't seen the pilot, how can you say we're wrong?
Also,
What?
if you're going to leave hate comments, make sure you can actually spell.
Oh,
this guy right here
yes.
said, "Newsflash, people. Wanting to be hipsters is not gonna make you fly."
Fly.
What?
Someone commented, "What do you mean fly?"
Was it an 80-year-old man who said
As
that?
a,
Wait, yeah. So one of the replies was like, "What do you mean by fly?"
what do you mean by fly?
Yeah.
Pretty sure means fly, as in cool. LOL. That was what?
Cringe. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's really
Oh man,
not
hold
this,
on.
but
I'm trying to find a good comment for you to read right here.
No, this one's just right. I appreciate it. Intro part 23 minutes and 33 seconds in. You're welcome.
Oh yes. No.
I'm so sorry. Say that again.
That's fair.
Somebody timestamped the point that y'all actually started talking about.
Yes.
this show.
No. That
23 and a half minutes into the
that is
podcast.
no. Honestly,
That's
Fair.
fucking
That's
fair.
hilarious.
no, because I'll be the first to admit it. We have a big problem. We go on tangent after tangent after tangent, like actual flaw, not scathing, just true, and we appreciate that.
That's
He's not
completely
wrong.
fair.
You're not wrong.
We're probably gonna get to the point where somebody timestamped like every single topic.
Yes!
In an
Yep.
episode. Seriously, it's comments like these that we actually do take to heart.
Yes.
Because whenever somebody went through and timestamped all of that, and like each timestamp is like a minute and a half.
Not even that. Like
Not even
seconds.
that. It's down to
Seconds.
Because when I saw that,
realized how chaotic these videos are.
yes, no, like because I always knew deep down, like, man, we just kind of it's a bit chaotic. Like we're never like coherent enough. But to visualize it was so eye opening. When we get there, we will talk more about it. But yes, that comment, the timestamp, yes, well done. That is. No,
I mean, there are some
that's
hate comments
good.
that we actually look at. Like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but like,
good.
there are some hate comments like, yeah, that's very like that one. That's true.
Yep.
We can probably change that. We can probably do something different in the future. Like, obviously, there are some that are just nonsense. Like, oh, this is gonna be fun to go down the rabbit hole of. I do really appreciate some of the people who are interested in having a conversation, like a hateful conversation. It is fun to do so. Like that
Yes.
polyamorous conversation was fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
Like,
great.
I didn't take part in it, but it was fun to like watch the
fun to
evolution
read.
of it.
Here's one. Not everyone should have a podcast, laugh emoji. As someone that is not a fan of musicals, Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss are more... Wait, isn't that the show y'all were talking about? Hell
Yes.
of a
So
Boss?
Vizzy Pop, she's made
Wait, did you read...
two
Is this one of the ones you read?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, she's made 2 shows. Hazbin Hotel, which we did a video on, we watched it, and then Hell of a Boss, which we haven't seen any of it, but because more content on that show is being released, we're going to actually watch the show proper, share our thoughts on it. We'll probably get tons of hate comments.
Yay.
I'm sure. And then we're gonna try to catch up with Hell of a Boss. But yes,
Gotcha.
basically
Okay.
the creator of Hazbin Hotel did both those shows.
Man, this is not a good take then. As someone that is not a fan of musicals, Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss are more than that. The lore, story, and character development is just great. You're trying to be hipster hate and you're cooked.
And you're cooked. Wow.
That you're cooked is such a hipster statement. All right, I'm not gonna.
Trying to be fly.
It's like a sassy, like you're
don't-
cooked.
The multiple hipster stuff, I don't understand where that's coming from.
I don't know either.
It's basically just because we had a bad opinion on the show, they immediately just
Bad
yeah.
opinion.
And they instead, to be fair, I think for the most part, excluding me because I really didn't like the show. Most of us were being pretty fair
I was being very charitable, actually.
to the show.
Yes.
I think that I was probably the most negative.
This-
Maybe you were negative too.
I gave credit where credit was due. I
Yeah.
just thought the show was just bad overall.
Yeah. Honestly, like one thing I would really like to do is to actually like really sit down and write a proper like essay on it to explain why it's bad, where it's bad, and I'll still be charitable where it deserves, like credit. But like I didn't go that deep into why I think the show was bad, because again, my stance that when we did the Hazbin Hotel episode, I thought that my stance was normally I'm the guy who does all the hating. But in this case, I figured that I would need to be the person who actually tries to defend some of the good qualities, because I figured everyone was going to just pile on hate, and I wanted an actual discussion on it. It didn't turn out that way. It didn't turn out that way at all.
Here, read this
Huh? Oh, shit.
because I can't read that. I can read
Which
it.
one am I reading?
Just the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was fun.
Oh, this one, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Do you think you could say fuck a bit more? I think it would really help the subject. Our response was fuck. Their response,
S tier receipt.
thanks. We're like, and then of course, I'm assuming Jacob did this. You're welcome.
I did both.
No, I know, but don't, Jacob. You'll understand. Read. Just. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh, did I misspell it?
What?
Oh. If it's a grammar Nazi thing, I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
It's a grammar Nazi.
Oh my
grammar Nazi.
gosh.
Yes. That.
What are you, a hate commenter? Who cares? You get the point.
Sorry, Jacob, but
Oh my god.
That's an L.
that's an L.
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 Failure.
L.
Failure.
You're stupid, Jacob.
You're stupid.
You're dumb.
Why can't you be more like your cousin Timmy?
Disappointment to the family lineage.
I can do it because I am
Dishonor
part
on you.
Asian.
Yeah, you can do it. They say, Michael, say dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
What?
From Mulan. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Didn't Mushu say that?
Oh yeah, he was black.
Yes, I believe the voice actor for Mushu, Eddie Murphy, is black.
Yeah. Well, Mushu was.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Bruh. Okay. All right. The next one I think was on the.
Could you
modern
put your
game.
mouth on the mic, please?
I said. The next one. The next one.
That's
was,
short.
Was a very suggestive one at that.
Ah.
And he's probably not going to provide any context. The next one I think was on the modern gaming. I was not a member of that video, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
passing the comments over
Yes,
to
boy.
a member of that video.
Oh yeah, I got roasted.
Oh yes, you
Oh,
did. Oh my god. Okay, I think
Fifth?
unfortunately, it's like some context is missing from this short.
Very much. Please explain. I'm gonna go get some milk.
No, so here's the thing. The big thing was when people were referencing, oh yes, aim down sights. That's what ruined Halo. We're like, no. We're not saying that by itself ruined Halo. We're just saying that it's really a feel thing, right? And I know it's not a very good argument probably, but like because someone commented, well, in Halo 1 you had ADS, idiot. It was like, okay. Yes, you are absolutely correct. But we're talking about the aesthetic of it, right? The aesthetic of Halo 5 Guardians made it to where when you do I forget the terminology they use, but when they did essentially the aim down scope or sights, it really just it's what you would see in every modern shooter, right? And it felt like there was a identity kind of an identity issue with Halo at the time. We were never trying to say that is like the big thing that killed Halo. Halo 5 Guardians has so many issues. That is the least of my concerns. But we were just talking about game mechanics that feel like there was an actually like really good and creative addition to the game. The aesthetic of the aim down sights in Halo 5 Guardians, because that's what we were talking about. The commenter, I believe, was taken way out of proportion because they were trying to include.
Oh yeah,
I don't even remember the exact comment now. Actually, because you have it in front of you,
Yeah.
right, Mikey?
And,
Read it for us real quick.
Yeah.
Yes. How dare a trained soldier since birth aim down sights for more accurate shots?
Yeah, because that's what I was saying.
There's a few different issues with this. First of all, yeah, what you were talking about, I'm going to piggyback on that. The ADS was brought up as an example of Halo trying to clone aspects of other games,
Yeah.
and that's the issue. You have the Call of Duty transition to aiming down sights and all that. Halo used to just snap to sights, and
Yes.
that's the thing. There wasn't any. It wasn't supposed to be like a flashy, smooth aiming system or anything like that. You just click the button, you're zoomed in,
Yeah.
and then you fire your shot, and you're done. But this weird obsession that game companies have with trying to,
Make things more realistic.
well, it's not
Or-
even that necessarily. They're trying to make things more dynamic, which is
Oh,
fine.
I
Like
see,
I,
yeah.
I appreciate a good looking game. I appreciate a game that tries to bring in innovation, but it's not innovative. It's not. It's been done a million times.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if this is the meta, man, I don't know. I mean,
And all I was saying is this was never a mechanic that was ever in any of the other Halo games. I know that you could zoom in with the pistol. I know that you could zoom with the sniper. There's a difference between using a scope and aiming down like the sights
Yeah.
of a gun. And it felt to me like it was from a Call of Duty game, and it felt like they were trying to implement mechanics in a Call of Duty game to Halo, and it didn't feel right to me because beforehand Halo had never had that mechanic, and it just felt like they were grasping for straws. And I didn't come across about that as like, this must be, if you do like aim down the sights in Halo, that's fine, I don't
Sure.
care. But I never came across it as like this should be it. But the amount of just hate, it was
Right.
kind of funny.
Again, I think it's just a matter of like, there's just some missing context, maybe.
Yeah.
Even if they had the full context of our discussion, I feel like the comments would still be the same regardless. But
Yeah.
Mikey, you have to say something because I want to say something after you.
yeah. The other part of it is that there was never, and people commenting on this also pointed it out. Like people replying to the hate comments pointed out that the mechanic for Master Chief aiming specifically is all done through his HUD.
Yes.
And so it's not actually him bringing the gun up to his face. You didn't think it might be kind of weird that whenever you're holding a pistol and you zoom in, you don't bring the pistol up to your face, you zoom in on your visor.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of annoying because you take the shot and it pops you back out.
Yep.
That's the point. So yes,
Yeah.
aiming down sights is changing the game. It's changing the lore. It's changing the mechanics of it. So it's, first of all, he's right. But on top of it, just, man, make your own game. Make it look the way
Yes,
that you...
and here's the other thing, because I even commented, I even made a reply, where yes, there was always an aim down mechanic, right? But in the previous Halo games, up until Halo 5 Guardians, there were specific weapons that that allowed you to zoom in and still fire. For example, in Halo 1, it was the Magnum, the pistol, and the sniper rifle. Every other gun, when you try to zoom in, it was just to zoom in to look, farther ahead.
Sure.
Right? But you couldn't but the moment you tried to shoot, it would just be hip fire again. Halo 2, the BR and any sniper rifle, the carbine, Halo 3, same thing. There are specific weapons where they're marksman weapons. So yes, zoom in and you can fire because you need that extra kind of zoom in to see them. But the Halos, like the AR, the SMG, there was no need to aim to make it more accurate because that was your mid-range to close-range weapon. In Halo 5 Guardians, literally every weapon you do that zoom mechanic that actually makes your weapon more accurate. And for a large part of Halo 5 Guardians lifespan, and again, I only played for about like a few months during Halo 5 Guardians like online before I just gave up on the game. So I could be wrong after after my time playing. But during my time, when you use the assault rifle, the AR, when you zoom in with it, the zoom in mechanic, the accuracy cone was tightened significantly, meaning that AR was now a long range weapon. And that just destroyed balance.
Yeah.
At least from my experience, right? I don't know how they did balancing after the fact, but during my time, it was cringe.
That's fair.
I didn't like it. That was the other big thing, was that Halo 5 Guardians made it to where every gun became more accurate to the detriment of balance, at least in my eyes.
This one was fun, and this would give Liam a chance to rebuttal one of his. This was the Furiosa episode.
Oh yes.
Let's get to it. Yeah.
One of them is the first comment. One of them is a big one, and then the other one is just a question, which we might just need to clarify for YouTube's sake because we never did.
For sure.
The first one on that was, geez, everyone nowadays has a camera and mic and thinks they're good at podcasting and stuff. It's annoying. These guys suck so bad.
I never said we were good.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Oh,
None of us
God.
ever claimed that we were good.
Yeah, you could just
Put that out
scroll
there.
away, but this guy's
This is
like, you
true.
know what? I'm going to destroy these guys entirely.
But we
You
are
have
good.
Bad taste.
We are good, though.
Yeah, we're so good. We're so great.
I'm claiming it now.
This is the part where it got a little weird. The world needs to bring back people
Oh
that
my
tell the
God.
truth.
Oh, yeah!
You can do whatever you put your mind to, but if you suck, move on to something else. These guys suck.
I was so confused by that. What do you mean telling the what? Telling
were
the
we not-
truth?
Oh, maybe he's talking about himself.
What?
Like he's telling the truth. He's going around telling people that they suck.
Oh, if that is true, then that makes it way more cringy than it already was.
I've played that back in my head like a bunch of times trying to figure out what the fuck he's talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, it's
Because-
confusing.
It's hard to figure out what a proper context for that is on the basis that it's like we need people to tell the truth. It's like what we're talking about a film. This is purely opinion based. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is.
This is our truth.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
So that one was weird. But then the next one, this might just be for clarification. I want to clarify real quick. We did a Furiosa episode. Liam came in and he painted half his face black like they do in the movie, the apocalyptic movie Furiosa and Mad Max.
Yeah.
They make half her face black. The comment down
I did a
below.
very poor job at it, by the way.
Well, yeah. Well, we don't have like multi-million dollars in makeups. We have a paintbrush.
we had a dollar store paint, water paint.
yeah, just to
water-based
clarify.
paint.
Made it look like there was cum on my mouth.
Yes,
Yeah.
I painted his lips
Yeah.
white.
Yeah, it was. Anyway,
It was not a good image.
he kept it on the whole time. I was impressed. But there was just comment like, "Why is he in blackface?"
And
wasn't.
you know what's funny? Before we recorded, we were talking about how like we know there's going to be a blackface comment.
There's gonna be one.
We know.
We already know someone's gonna be like,
And thank you for proving us right.
And I was like, thank you. And we needed that comment because it just gives us the satisfaction of knowing we're right. I almost said white.
And we are white.
I almost
We are
said
white.
Oh my
You
god.
didn't know
being
before.
white?
That went-
The mask comes off.
Hey, Michael. Oh my gosh, why?
Welcome back from the edit.
This is what I mean. Like the real me does not shine through sometimes.
So yeah, basically someone was like, why is he wearing blackface? It wasn't blackface. It was Furiosa face. Okay. Just
It was woman face.
it was woman
Oh.
face. All right.
Ooh.
All right, so this one, I think we can all kind of get behind this one on clear context. The communism comment
Oh yeah.
about I forgot the restaurant.
In and out.
Yeah, In-N-Out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Charles
yeah.
made a comment about In-N-Out being communist food. He was right on the fact that that it comes from California, and California is communist.
Wrong on all other accounts.
Yes,
You
but
fucking idiot.
But on the fact that it was a Christian store and they have Bible verses on their like food trays and everything.
We will remind you every episode.
I had no idea. I've eaten at In and Out I think twice, and that was years and years ago.
Both were awful experiences, apparently.
Yeah, no, I can't stand the place. And also every time I go by there, there's a line like wrapped around the building I've sat through that drive-through before once, and never again. And I generally kind of judge people who wait in line for like 30 minutes for fast food already, and so I don't know, man. Everything about that place, just the image of it, I hate it. But I'll admit when I'm wrong about some things. That's one of them. I was wrong. Sorry, In-N-Out. You need a better PR team.
You still suck, but
And your food's still
Get
not
out
good.
of California, for the love of God, please.
Yeah.
again though, like I remember I was trying so hard to get In-N-Out out of the F tier that you guys wanted to put it in, or was it E tier? I don't even remember.
I think I put it in F tier.
all I know is just
I
like
definitely put it in F tier.
all I know is that like I'm not a fan of In-N-Out, but I was fighting hard to try to be like, guys, it's at least like D tier or something, man. It is not F tier.
This isn't a hate comment, but this is when Michael was praising McDonald's, and the first comment
Oh,
was,
yes, I remember.
Homie is glazing McDonald's. Zip up your pants when you're done. So
Hey, it's still not zipped up. I'll tell you that.
he doesn't. This is the reason why Michael didn't stand up during the podcast. It's just full.
I just don't stand up in general. I'm gonna need a wheelchair at this
He's
point.
been in this chair for weeks.
Months.
Comment down below if you would purchase Michael's belly button pics. If you would, we will objectify him solely for the profit.
If we get a bunch of comments down below and it's like, hey, I'll pay money for it.
No.
Then we'll
hold
do
him
it.
down
We
and-
will.
yeah.
We will actually do it.
Get down.
Let us know what you want us to do with Michael's belly button.
Oh God. Oh, I know what I want you to do.
Wow.
Well, is that about it? Does that wrap it up,
I think that
gentlemen?
has to be it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed us reacting and reading our hate comments. And, kind of talking about, some of our, our thought process behind some of the stuff that we said in our past videos. So, where do I leave off on this?
We're gonna go cry about it. Yep.
What do you mean? They're meaningless comments. They mean nothing.
Roll that intro.